Nowadays, people are always griping about their jobs. They feel unappreciated, unsure about their job security, and obsolete. They never know when they might be laid off and or replaced. There are oodles of workers who live in fear of getting booted out for simple reasons like coming back from lunch late or having to stay home with a sick child. This has led to more and more people looking to shore up their incomes in less conventional fashions. It's led many to start their own home businesses, and the internet is their platform of choice. In a world where corporate downsizing is now common, many feel that salvation lies in starting an internet business. Some say, just in case, and others feel that they've had enough of living on the whims of others, including bosses, managers and supervisors, who can tell them when to go to lunch and when they can go home. Surf the web sometime and you'll see just how many individuals have started their own internet business. Seriously, cyberspace is loaded with them. All it takes is an idea, and human beings are chock full of really good ideas, solutions to common problems. Let me give you an example. There's a website where a housewife is making a great living selling custom knife sets. She was basically a working mum who'd come home to care for her sick child. With no college degree, she decided to start her own at-home internet business selling something she just happened to know a lot about: custom cutlery. She started this business with less than $100 and looked at it as just a way to bring in some extra money. After a year it turned into something huge, and now her husband works with her and it's their only source of income. You have to admit, that's pretty darn sweet. And it all started with her passion for kitchen cutlery and the knowledge that she'd picked up over time. Many times, people think internet businesses are all big conglomerates, but actually the internet is a great leveler. It allows stay-at-home mums and average people to be able to start with little or no money and work their way up to compete with the mega corporations. When you think about it, on the net no one knows whether you're a large company or just some guy in his basement with an internet connection. In fact, it doesn't matter. What does count is whether you can answer a person's need and answer a question with a product that solves a problem. That's it. And with that, the internet has become a boon in time of strife for all those who are willing to learn and grow. You too can begin an internet business if you really want it. A close friend of mine started her business by making custom children's clothing. She uses her sewing talents and creativity to make an honest living. Now she just has to keep up with the various orders. The bottom line in all of this is that you can never get canned from your own business, and your success is completely dependent upon your ingenuity and your ability to create and market a product that people want. And here's a case in point. Now, viewers of a certain age will remember the pet rock fad, which was in the 1970s. And what you may not know is it was invented by this guy, Gary Dahl, and it was done in response to a need. There were lots of people who lived in apartments or rented accommodation who weren't allowed to keep pets. So he came up with this idea that you could keep a rock as a pet. There was generally nothing in your lease that says that you couldn't have a rock as a pet, and he released it around Christmas time in 1975, and it only was around for about 6 months before the fad wore off, but in that short time he became a millionaire. The rocks cost him only a few cents to buy. He added a few more cents for packaging, which was bought in bulk, and he sold them for $3.95 each. And he went on to, as I said, make $1 million in 6 months. So it can be done. And this was done in the days before the internet, when he had to go out and buy the rocks and package them up and ship them out to all the stores. And this video series shows you how to take ideas and turn them into a viable business that's going to get you noticed in the marketplace, and the rest is up to you. Information is what drives the web. More accurately, the search for information is what drives the web. When you start surfing the internet, querying search engines and looking at various websites, you usually have a question. Think about it. When you go to a search engine like Google and type in a search term, you're actually asking the internet search engine a question. For instance, when you go and type in something like how to get rid of acne, or acne cure, or get rid of acne, you're actually asking the question, how do I get rid of acne, right? This is the usual application of search engine queries, and we do it all the time. The search engine results, called SERPs, answer that question by giving us a list of websites that have the information relevant to answering your query. And you can see for acne cures there's a whole lot here. And when you think about it like that, you'll quickly realize that the basic reason the internet thrives and grows is to answer questions put to it by hundreds of thousands of people worldwide. In the answers to questions are businesses, product sales, fortunes made, and the opportunity to answer and supply information about a topic. It could be anything, however, the process remains the same. In order to start an internet business, you must think this way, and as a result, your idea will be the answer to a question put forth by many. Most people go into business to make money. Having a clear picture of what product or service they're going to present via the internet is necessary in order to be successful. Having a business model plays a crucial role in achieving that goal. The type of environment in which a firm operates, as well as the type of changes that it faces, also play important roles. The internet stands to establish new game strategies for businesses. It renders existing bricks and mortar strategies obsolete, while creating opportunities for wealth creation via the web. Taking advantage of all that the internet entails involves conceiving and executing a good internet business model. Such a model must not only have the right components, but also the right linkages between them and its environment. It must also have a degree of resilience and flexibility to take advantage of change. In this video series, you'll find all of the factors and options that will allow you to go from internet business newbie to a level where you can conduct business effectively via the internet. Before we go any further, let me just give you a brief introduction to the history and terminology of the internet, along with the key segments of the internet industry. You see, the terms internet, the web, and the World Wide Web are often used interchangeably, but they're not the same. Now, the internet is a vast system of computers that are connected by high-speed communications lines and which can understand the IP/TCP protocols. The World Wide Web? Well, this is linked content that is accessible via the internet. It's written in HTML, which stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it's viewed through a browser like Microsoft Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, and so on. And it uses the HTTP, which is for Hypertext Transfer Protocol, which is the World Wide Web standard. In addition to the World Wide Web and HTTP, there are 4 applications that operate on the internet. And these are email, which stands for electronic mail. There are discussion lists, otherwise known as news groups. There's FTP, which stands for File Transfer Protocol. That's how you can transfer files from your computer to a web server. And finally there's remote login, otherwise known as Telnet. Companies in the internet infrastructure are found in one of 11 market categories or profit sites, which are grouped into 3 segments. You've got users, suppliers, and communication service providers. Users are divided into information servers, e-commerce companies, brokers and agents, service providers, and market makers. Suppliers, well, they are content creators, software suppliers, and hardware suppliers. And finally, communication service providers, they're divided into backbone operators, ISPs and OSPs, and last mile providers. Now that you know all of this, don't panic. You won't need to know a lot more than what each of these terminologies refers to, not how they work or how you can get them to work for you. You'll be dealing primarily in the browser interaction and FTP categories. Now, these sound hard, but if you can program your digital recorder, you'll be able to work on the web quite easily. Even if you can't program your recorder, with a little study, you'll be able to get a website up and running pretty easily. Everything today has been streamlined, with results being the priority and not programming acumen. Of all the business models presented, one of the most popular and considered the best business model is the information-based model. While we go over all four categories that sell via the internet, you'll notice that one of the best, fastest growing models involves the dissemination of information via audio, video, and written media. A popular form is all digital, with no physical products to store, ship, or keep track of. A digital product has an infinite shelf life, can be downloaded at the convenience of the buyer, and never needs service. It's universal and easy to set up and maintain. All you need is a website, an idea, and the ability to produce, or hire somebody else to produce, the product. Through affiliate marketing, creating the product is not even necessary. The only thing an affiliate needs is knowledge of internet marketing, which is both for sale and freely supplied all over the internet. Blogs are the new website of choice on the internet. It used to be you would set up a static website. Static websites display the same information for all users with no interaction or dynamic change happening on the page. The page is usually an HTML or text page that remains the same until the entire site is updated. Static sites are considered Web 1.0 and are difficult to manage when sites get large, and they're equally difficult to keep up to date. They are, however, cache-friendly and are quick and easy to put together. Most people have moved on to dynamic blog pages which can be updated all day long. The index or sitemap for the site updates automatically as information is added to the site, and with some blog platforms like WordPress and Blogger, it also notifies search engines and the many Web 2.0 sites that something has changed. Because of this, blog platforms have become the ideal and most popular format for websites to be built on. In this final video, we're going to cover ways that you can drive some traffic to your blog and ways that you can monetize your blog to make some extra cash. If you have a website or a blog and you're not getting the hits that you feel your content deserves, then you'll need to take advantage of ways to drive traffic to your website or blog in order to be successful. And there are many methods available on the internet that will help your blog to generate more traffic and thereby make it more successful. This is especially true for those who are using affiliate marketing to generate income from their blogs. And the first way is to put a signature at the bottom of a forum posting or an email. If you belong to any public forum, you'll be allowed a signature that is free for you to post. And this signature will be seen anytime you post a topic or reply to an existing topic. And you can put a link that will access your blog or web page directly at any time. Now, since public forums tend to generate a lot of traffic, it only makes sense to take advantage of this handy tool to generate traffic to your site. You can also add a small note telling the people on your forum what your link is to and what they will find there in order to get interested parties to your website or blog. Most email accounts also allow you a signature at the end of your message. Instead of putting the standard information such as your name and contact information, you can add your blog or website links as well, and this will get more people to see your links on a daily basis. Since you'll send out many emails in a week, and many who have a blog or website are sending out more than the average person, you'll get your links viewed by all the people in your contact list. And this is a step many do not consider when trying to generate traffic to their websites or blogs. You'll want to write original content articles that you can submit to directories that speak on the topic of your blog or the items offered on your website. You can use the information box to include a link to your website and blog, and that will direct traffic directly to you. You will want to make sure that your article uses common keywords and phrases that will be searched by your clientele that are interested in your blog topic or your website. When potential customers or clientele do a web-related search, your article will appear. They can then simply click the link that you've provided to give them access to your web page. You want to keep your articles current, original and interesting so that your potential new customers will be interested in reading what you're writing. And you can use Google AdWords. If you don't have a Google account, you'll want to set one up first and foremost. Now, AdWords isn't a free service, but it's not one of the more expensive methods of generating traffic to your website either. And you'll pay a small fee to create and set up your account, and this is typically in the $5 to $10 range, so it's affordable to most that are getting started with their blog or website, even if they've not generated a lot of income yet. You'll then decide what payment type you would like to incorporate, and the two means of payments are pay-per-click and site target. Now, pay-per-click is exactly what it implies. You pay for each click that is made on your link or banner that directs people to your site. This is also generally a small amount, and it's not going to break you even if you're not generating a lot of income at first. The other method is site target, and with this plan you'll be charged every time your website generates 1,000 views. Now keep in mind though that you'll be charged for 1,000 views whether or not your site is actually clicked on. If you're a blog owner and you'd like to increase your income, you may not be aware of the need for back-end profits and building a blog list to help build up your sales. If you're just interested in starting a blog, then this information is going to benefit you as well. When you're selling items or software online, you typically are not going to make much money or generate much income from your first few sales, as this is typically going to fund the startup costs associated with starting your website or blog. It's the sales after that, or the back-end sales, that will generate more profit for your blog or website. Because the cost of marketing will and can exceed the initial payments made to you, you'll not start to make much profit on your first few orders. Most people will not purchase high-price items from you until they're sure that you are reputable and that you deliver your goods in a timely manner and that these goods are of high quality and as you describe them. You'll be getting small dollar sales at first that will not cover your marketing costs. And this is the most important time for a startup blog or website, as you'll want to make sure that you keep your clientele happy and coming back to your blog or website to purchase your more high-end products or services. And once you've established yourself as a trustworthy seller, people will be more inclined to purchase higher-end products from you, as they'll not be concerned about losing any money using your blog or website. Trust is imperative in any online or any brick-and-mortar type company, and this is even more so when you're running a blog marketing company. Once your first few sales have taken place, the rest of your profit will be considered back-end, and they'll generate the most profit from your blog or website. Now, it can be frustrating getting over the initial hump that will take you from breaking even to getting to the point where your main profit is from back-end sales. But you must keep at it and not get too discouraged, as it will happen over time. Once you gain the trust of your clientele, once your business reaches a sort of a critical mass, you'll be able to start generating income from the back end. Once you've gained your clientele or customers' trust, you can offer them an upgrade to their existing account that will offer them certain perks that they would not normally receive as a regular customer. And this can be in the way of a membership that will cost them an annual charge but will afford them discounts on current products, or you can offer high-end products that are not offered to the general public. Once you begin selling, you'll want to build an email list of your current customers and make sure that you keep them up to date on your current items for sale or on any promotions that you may be running. And you can begin to build an email list from friends and family. If you belong to a public forum, you can add these contacts to your email list, as they may be interested in your products and services, and it may not be prudent for you to advertise directly on your forum, as some forums don't allow free advertising. Once you begin to get a clientele base directly from your blog or website, you'll want to keep contact with these customers so that you'll be able to remain in their minds, and they will be more likely to return to your site and purchase more products from you. When you're sending out promotional emails with free items, don't send out too many of these types in succession. You should instead stagger these emails with sales emails so that your customers on your email list, they don't always expect to get free items all the time, as this is going to cut down your back-end sales to a great degree. So by offering sale items with your promotions, you will be more likely to generate sales along with your free or sale items. Once you have the basics of setting up your blog, of finding a niche market and learning to get article and blog post ideas, then you'll be ready to monetize your site and start some income flowing. By adding some affiliate products and services that are relevant to your niche and putting up some contextual advertising like Google AdSense or Yahoo Publisher, you'll give your visitors choices between what they want to buy and use to solve the problem. It's just a matter of finding the right products to match your website. Some good affiliate programs to start with include ClickBank, and this is the easiest and most popular digital products affiliate program out there, and you can find it at clickbank.com. Then there's pay.com, which you can find at pay.com.com. You have to write it all out. And this is another digital product affiliate site that's growing in popularity, and it's integrated with your PayPal account. Then you've got Amazon.com, and you can find books and audios relevant to almost any niche that you'd care to set up. And Amazon is one of the largest affiliate programs on the web with a wide assortment of products to choose from. And then there's Commission Junction, which you can hear at cj.com. And it's another biggie, and it has a ton of affiliate programs for some of the major brands. Now, these are just 4, but there are many, many more out there that offer a wide variety of products and services that will help you make money from your website, in addition to any products or services that you're offering personally. Once you have one website and sales system set up, it's very easy to duplicate the same thing in other markets. So you might start out selling custom crafted sewing creations or custom cutlery. However, anything that you're passionate about is something that you can build a site and a thriving, growing business around. Curiosity and creativity are your best allies in the pursuit of new markets to approach, so don't be afraid to experiment. This video series has just scratched the surface of what you can do on the internet, and I wish you the very best success.